Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 Manager 22 career mode here, Season 2 with Audi, formerly known as Alfa Romeo. If you guys did miss the previous one uploaded last week at the Miami Grand Prix, then be sure to go check that one out before you see this one, because things seem to be clicking, and we had a very fiery end to that race. Will he go for the move? Come on, Fernando Alonso, down the inside of the last corner. Oh, it's so close. Meanwhile, Gasly does get the Ferrari. Alonso to the line. Can he do it? No! Doesn't quite get it, but Gasly gets third. What a drive from Pierre Gasly. And I'm hoping that maybe signifies now we're in a nice kind of pattern and stage of where this car is in terms of development, speed, us understanding a bit more the better way to go racing with our different drivers. You know, we've seen Alonso doing so well on a two-stop. Gasly's really grown into this role well of staying out of track position on the one-stop when obviously it's viable. Some circuits may just be a nailed-on two-stop or a nailed-on one-stop, but when there is a two-stop at play, I think Alonso does really well there, and equally Gasly has been very decent at holding onto his tyres. I mean, I was very surprised at the way he actually held on at the very end of Miami, because he was very much in that region, the tyres dropping off, so that was very positive. And we come to the Spanish Grand Prix, Alonso's home race, and if you remember in Season 1, this was the location of our very first podium and a big result for us on this game, so happy memories to come back to. In terms of what we're doing ahead of the race weekend, well, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of the cars, design parts, etc. Manufacturing wise, we've got all new parts. We don't need to manufacture anything right now. Design wise, we've got the underfloor and rear wing going. The research is on the front wing for next year's car already, so that will fill up our 3 slots. So we can't actually do any new research on the car at the moment. But the thing is, once these developments come in, you know, underfloor especially, I think is a massive part of the car, and then also the rear ring as well is going to help us out in a lot of aspects in terms of the straight line speed and also the downforce because of the drag reduction, etc. Once those two come in, that's going to be a really positive step, and because the car's been performing so well, I don't think it's going to be too much of a detriment that we can't get anything new on the car for this race weekend necessarily. I'm changing over the pit crew focus training to tyre changes because we were on front and rear jacks, and that's been boosted up to 59. I think it maybe started lower, so we're going to go to tyre changes being a slow one. Wing adjustment 45, that's pretty low, but we haven't really done that much at all. Basically, that will be with the wing replacement, etc. So tyre changes, I think, is the next one to look at, and then maybe car release. But I really wish there was a system of actually just purchasing and hiring new pit crew, or training them a bit more detailed with actual individual people, kind of like you had in Motorsport Manager, because this does seem a little bit kind of like you kind of just you have to sit there and just wait and hope that it gets better. And pit crew, our tyre changes are definitely something that could be quicker as a whole. You know, the speed of how the car comes in and out, the tyre changes themselves, the car release, all of these things I want to improve at the same time, but we can only focus on one in the training focus. So we're going to move on from rear and front jacks to tyre changes and see if that's going to be a positive improvement over the coming races, hopefully. For the first time this season, we're going to put Theo Porcher in one of these cars. We're going to choose Pierre Gasly instead of Fernando Alonso, because he seems to be just always quicker at getting the setup on. Alonso is actually a bit slower at dialing into this setup, so we'll put Porcher in for the first time. Kind of, you know, I didn't want to forget about him, but I did want to give these two the best chance to get up to speed with each other in the team. Obviously, Alonso being a new driver into the team, following the first 2 races, so that's why I made that decision. But now we're going to try and trickle in Porcher and share the duties every other race, basically, to try and continue to grow him from a 73 rated driver, hoping that we can try and, you know, really grow him into a driver that we could actually eventually field in this team. And FP2's not looking too bad then. Pierre Gasly topping the session. Alonso P3. Okay. FP3, though, more reality check there. Verstappen getting up top with Sainz and Leclerc behind. Gasly, though, P4. Alonso P7. And AlphaTauri of Bottas up in P5. So that's a very peculiar lap time from here. Don't know what's gone on there, but our old driver coming out with a vengeance potentially, and the 2 Mercs split by a Haas. So very mixed up back here in FP3. Q2, bit of a mixed up one. I don't really know what's going on, but Bottas is flying in this AlphaTauri. His teammate is Alex Albon here down in P14. He's up in P6. And we're P7 and 8, ahead of the Merc of Russell, but Hamilton's up here, so don't know what's going on. Maybe a bit of traffic potentially. They've got 89% setup confidence for both of them, and car parts-wise, decent enough, you know, 71 engine, 89, 88. As we've been swapping the parts around for practice sessions to make sure we're trying to spread the wear out. Same sort of story. Engine a bit more worn than the ERS and gearbox for both our drivers, but still a pretty good region of 71%. So a little bit surprising to see this from where we were in FP2 it was. But let's see how now this final Q3 session goes for our boys as we simulate it. And let's see, it's going to be behind Hamilton on the grid. So maybe Merc have taken a bit of a step forward potentially in terms of the pace of their car. It is all rather close though, you know, less than a tenth between Hamilton to Gasly and then Alonso as well. Bottas P8 though, our old driver, so in P8, so that's surprising to see compared to where AlphaTauri have been so far this season. So that's going to be an odd one. We're going to have to kind of keep an eye on that on the race. But Verstappen leads the way then with pole position ahead of Sainz and Leclerc, the reigning champ, continuing to maybe be on the back foot this season a bit in P3 there. At least we're ahead of George Russell, the other Merc, but I'm hoping we can overturn this Hamilton qualifying result in the race. So we've got a dry race here around Catalonia. A 2-stop is up there, and that means maybe, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't say there's a 1-stop that's possible, so maybe a 1-stop really isn't on the cards, but of course that's how we managed to get a podium with the help of some safety cars in Season 1, so I don't know, but for Alonso, definitely 2-stop, I think, using 2 sets of mediums to their, actually, I would say hards, but the softs seem to be in play in every strategy, so maybe they're just too quick to not use. I'm going to go for 2 sets of mediums to the softs, and that will give us a bit of, you know, leeway to see if maybe a soft tire is actually the way to go. I think for now I'll set it to this, and we know that we want to push harder on the second stint on the mediums. We could, and then go to the hards, knowing that it still could work out for us. I also just want to see what others do, but I think this is what we're going to go with Alonso. And then with Gasly, like I said, I don't think a 1-stop is really possible at all. Like, if I change this to hards, remove this strategy, is that really going to work in any kind of way? I guess it, I mean, it says it could. It says we can make it. We just have to do some very, very careful management of the tyres. But we've been getting better at that. So, do we try it? Do we go again and try another split strategy? It's been working for us. This split strategy has really been working for us. So why not? Why not?
A somewhat overcast day for the drivers who've now taken position on the grid. And there we have Pierre Gasly. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. And here's Alonso, the team's second driver. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. Will their hard work pay off today? One of the oldest races on the Formula One calendar. This is the Spanish Grand Prix. It's lights out.
Here we go, firing lights, and we're underway. Is it going to be a good one for us into turn 1? We've already got one Mercedes ahead of us, looking to try and overturn what happened in qualifying. It's an okay start for both Gasly and Alonso into turn 1. They're going to be quite tight, and Alonso trying to find his way past Sergio Perez. Hamilton's had a bit of a blinder. He's up into P3. Alonso, the long way round on Sergio Perez. Gasly, a little bit complaining there a little bit, as he maybe was going to lose a position to Russell, but actually managed to stay ahead, and is actually having a go a little bit at Fernando, actually, through that corner. Russell still down the inside, so he still may lose the position to Russell even, because he's on the softs though, so I think quite a few people, yeah, so Leclerc, Hamilton, Perez, Russell on softs. Rest of us have chosen medium, so no surprise maybe why Hamilton and Russell are so quick. They're going a bit of a different route to us, but now we'll try and settle down, get into a groove. Of course, with Gasly, we can't really be too over-aggressive on the tyres because we know we're trying to do a 1-stop. With Alonso, we can try and push a bit more, and he may even have a go at Perez on the inside into Sector 3. Squeeze him out. Go on, Fernando. getting the home crowd energy, and he's up into P5, but it's not over yet. They're going to be side by side through the entire last sector. Alonso on the inside surely gets the advantage here. Perez still got his nose in. Let's use a bit of overtake mode, try and push away, but this is not helping either of us in this race, but that's going to overtake mode, working an absolute treat there. And we're gaining on the Ferrari car. Will he go defensive? Will Alonso be able to make a move into turn 1? Don't think so. We'll harvest into this corner and just say thank you very much for the P5 position. Right, with Gasly, we're behind Russell. Soft tyre runner. I'm okay to be on medium right now. We're going to push away from Bottas, who's doing an insane job, to be fair, in this AlphaTauri in P9. But we are going to just try and stick with Gasly, who's on the faster compound, whilst not wearing the tyres out too much. Meanwhile, with Alonso, I think we can get Sainz here. We can, and we will. Overtake mode, and he's got him. Come on, finish the move off. Yes, lovely stuff. Up into P4. Very good stuff and progress for Fernando Alonso. Gasly, in the meanwhile, I wanted to maybe try and get him past the Mercedes if we can. We're sticking with him, so if we just fast forward through here and then use overtake mode through the final corner, can we maybe have a go at Russell? Maybe if he gets stuck behind, what's Alonso going to do? Is he at... Oh, no, he's not being threatened by the Ferrari. He's pushing away from that Ferrari. Sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix whilst he does it. And instead, the Ferrari is now being... Oh, no! Is that Alonso? No, yes, it's not! It's not Alonso. It's Lewis Hamilton. I saw a silver car go off. I thought it was our car. It's not. Karma, baby. It is good for us. P3. Gasly P7, Hamilton way down the order, and it's for this, a lock up into turn 1 as he desperately trying to hold on with the Ferrari ripple ahead, and that's big for us, that's huge for us. That opens up the door for Fernando Alonso. Right, we might have a chance to have a go at Leclerc and Verstappen. They're maybe not pushing as hard as us on the tyres. We've got good pace. A bit of ERS usage and DRS coming into play. Can Alonso make a double pass? Here he goes. Fernando, bloody Alonso. It's the double overtake into P1. Alonso is flying in his home race. Leclerc and Verstappen snapping each other's heels. Verstappen with a big dive bomb on Leclerc. Now they're going to have a go to re-overtake Alonso. I don't want to fight this too much because we need to try and, you know, save a decent amount of battery still for the rest of the lap. So I haven't gone defensive mode. Can Alonso just defend this fair and square without using any ERS? I think he might, and then we'll harvest more into turn 1. That's excellent stuff from Alonso. Really good stuff. And Gasly is sticking with Russell despite being on light mode on the tyres. That's what we want from him. Right, going to go neutral now, or balance, sorry, on the fuel, and then neutral on the ERS. So this may be a bit of a backup stage with Alonso here as we go off that higher fuel mode. So that might be a little bit advantage for Leclerc and Verstappen to finally actually make a move on the straight. Maybe the fuel alone was helping us out. I don't know. I think these two are going to swap left and right because we seem to have some really good pace in this last sector. Alonso just mighty at coming back at him and retaking this spot. And then down the main straight, we seem to be pretty okay at defending. But Leclerc looks a bit more likely to maybe finish this move off. Let's see how this is going to go down in towards turn 1. Will DRS finally be enough for Leclerc? He's going to pull out on the right-hand side. Alonso is just doing enough to stay ahead. Leclerc just can't gain enough speed, and we will remain in first. Just about. Gasly is there, still 7/10 into Russell, so he is quietly doing a perfect job. But Sainz looks pretty ominous here. Fast lap of the Grand Prix now. He's just overtaking Verstappen. So could Sainz be the Ferrari? Could it be a Spaniard versus Spaniard here at the Spanish Grand Prix soon enough? Well, only time will tell. And there is a distinctive pack forming as Bottas in no man's land there, and then a pack of Magnussen and the two McLaren. So I think we're comfortably going to be fighting for you know, in the top 7 positions with both our drivers. I think either way, it's just going to be a question of can Alonso stick pace with these guys on our 2 stops, and what can Gasly do as the odd one out as we try this very audacious 1 stop maybe. Right, optimal pit stop apparently right now, lap 18 for Alonso. The Ferraris are still here on these softs, so I'm very curious to see what they're doing, because they're on, well, one of them, Leclerc's on the softs, and he stayed out, and he actually just overtakes us. We're being attacked by Sainz, so we need to actually maybe do a little bit of play around on the ERS on this lap to get Alonso back into P1, but I'm not afraid because we're still in this fight. But oh, Sainz coming through now. Sainz looking pretty rapid, you know. Sainz is looking rapid. Right, let's just calm this down. We've got the Red Bull behind us. We're sticking with these guys. Let's go on higher fuel and then go for yellow flags. Oh, multiple car crash apparently in Sector 2. Multiple car crash. That's going to be an interesting one. Who's involved? Meanwhile, Gasly's got ahead of Russell. And this is the multiple car crash. Here, it's the Haas and the Aston. Who's it going to be between these two and maybe Hamilton? Oh, oi, oi. The Aston and the Haas both taken out wide with the gravel trap. Where's Alonso? Right, there we are. Running on board. Let's go overtake mode and try and get both of them in one foul swoop. There's Leclerc's still going on and Perez as well on these softs. They're very, very confident about going on the soft tyres. Can we make a move though? We're getting stuck a little bit now behind the Ferraris here. Just like the Ferraris were before with us. As Verstappen closes in a bit. So actually now a little bit of work to do maybe with Alonso. Right, going to go overtake mode. And whilst these guys squabble, I think we're going to come in on this lap. We're already past the optimum pit stop window. I think we should come in now and stick to that. Even though we're P3, we can come out in P1 if we play this right. If we're going to come in now whilst these two are still fighting. Let's hope they both still stay out. They do. We're in. And we'll try and get an undercut on both of them going on. Meanwhile, Gasly, P6 or 5 now. The Mercedes trying to close up. We're just doing that job of keeping these tyres in check. Right, Alonso's pit stop. 3.2. Not bad, not bad. Right, we come out on another set of mediums. And we're going to, from the get-go, push on the fuel and the tyres. And let's try and, well, get ahead of them. Right, we're catching up to traffic of Ocon in P13. These guys yet to come in. Verstappen now leads the race ahead of Sainz and Leclerc. So these guys are so busy squabbling with each other that they're going to lose time to us effectively. I mean, look at that battle going on with the two Ferraris. I wonder, though, what's their play? Because they're going a bit longer than I thought they would in this race. Are they doing a one-stop? Is Verstappen and Sainz maybe doing a one-stop? What's Leclerc and Perez, though? What are they playing at? We need some attacking from Alonso here because we need to overtake these cars ASAP. That's a lot of traffic. Sainz and Perez are in, I can see. Leclerc and Verstappen stay out. We're deploying. We're not going to have too much ERS by the end of this straight, but we'll harvest some of it back if we can into turn 1. But we're through into P7, and that's much further ahead than Perez and Sainz. So that's good work from Alonso. Good stuff. Gasly, you can see his tyre is so much higher than the projected tyre range of that wear. So I'm going to now start to let him to push a bit. And also maybe save fuel at the same time and try and bring that down. And close up to Leclerc. Leclerc, though, maybe coming in. Surely he's coming in on this lap, I would say. Come on. His teammate on the mediums came in before him, I think, wasn't it? Or well, both of them soft, so I can't even remember now. But Gasly was up to P2. And now Alonso in the range of a McLaren. And the McLaren Haas aren't coming in, so we need to overtake them. So we're going to go for overtake mode. And let's go for a full-out attack here. Come on, Alonso, let's get him.
So you can push a bit more.
DRS, we're gaining. Oh, it might be 3 wide. Is Alonso going to make that dive to the inside? I really hope so. Come on, Alonso, we need it. Ricciardo gives us a good old squeeze, but Fernando gets the elbows out, and he's through into P4. Good stuff. Now we can calm down and go on from here. Stroll locking up into turn 3. We're a 1-2 right now because of Gasly yet to pit, and it's a lock-up in the same place where that crash and incident happened earlier. What we're looking at here is Gasly, 58% tyre. Still very, very good. Still very, very solid. Oh, Sainz has crashed to turn 4. Sainz has crashed to turn 4. Oh, no. This is one of the big competitors. Maybe out of the running of this race. Sainz goes on. Oh, hits the barrier. So he's definitely out. So that's, well, out of the running. He's still in the race, but he's down in P8 now. Hamilton never recovered from that block-up, by the way. He's down in P16. But we're 1-2 right now. Right. Gas has got 52% tyre. I'm going to tell him to push now. Let's just see what the lap times are like. If he can keep a 10-second interval to Alonso, I'll let him keep pushing until we come in then. Right, Gasly's in onto the hard compounder tyre. Don't know if the hards are going to have the pace but it will give us position if the cars behind us are doing a 2-stop, which I think they should be doing, because 2 of them went from soft to medium, from medium to medium, sorry. So those guys definitely have to come in just for a change of compound. Gasly's out in P6 where he was before, behind Russell, but now he's going to the end of the race. And can he actually overtake Russell? Oh, it's a bold, ballsy move from Gasly. Go on, let's actually push you, mate. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's get you ahead and get you in clean air. Let's actually deploy after getting past the Mercedes car. Attack a little bit, actually. Get you a bit of a gap going away from Russell. Break that toe. And then we're good. Right, we've got neutral at 0 battery now, but we've pushed away out of DRS, so that's good. Fastest lap by Gasly. Those hards are actually working well. Yellow flags, not for one of our drivers. So he's pushed away by 1.6, so now he can calm things down again and then just chill like this. So the hard compound actually pretty good for Gasly there. And oh, this is why then. Russ actually locked up a bit, so that would have hurt him. That's actually where that 1.6 came from. So it's going to be even larger, actually. 5. Oh, plenty of breathing room. Lovely. Only 7.9 seconds away from Verstappen. Okay. Pierre Gasly looking in a very good spot. Alonso as well, because these guys are fighting so much. Like this. That he's got a 4-second gap. Right, that 40. Gap's 2.4 now. We're closing up to some lap cars who I really want to get out of the way. Those guys are still squabbling. And that's going to, well, help both our drivers, really. But now we need to get some overtaking done here. Let's go attack mode and overtake mode. Let's just try and get past these guys as quickly as we can and lap these guys. Pit stop windows opened, or the windows opened, and we'll be coming in a few laps' time. That's fine. Is this car going to get out of the way, please? That 45, Alonso feeling the pressure a bit from Verstappen. So we're going to come in now for that last pit stop. We've got 89% tyre on that soft compound. That's fine. That's cool. Right, we'll come in for that tyre. I don't know whether these guys, are they doing 64%? Maybe they're trying to get to the end. Maybe, but we're going to be flying with Alonso. Verstappen overtakes us, but we're committing to this. Coming in. And we're fighting him still, hammer and tong, literally side by side, literally going for the lead still as we come in now for the soft compound. Gasly's there in P5 on the hards. Right, Alonso on the soft compound. We've got to measure this, though, because the soft tyre does wear out very, very quickly. So let's just use a bit of aggression, close up to Russell, and then get a move on. Right, Perez is in, Gasly up into P3, and Russell as well. Alonso up into P4. Safety car! Oh, no, that's changed everything. That could help Verstappen massively, but it's helped Alonso as well. And maybe, oh, not letting that's going to screw Gasly over a bit more, because actually now he doesn't have that gap anymore on the harder compound. But it could help Alonso massively. Perez and Russell could also benefit from this, because Verstappen and Leclerc are out. And Leclerc's in the hole! Leclerc's beached it! Leclerc's beached it in the gravel. That's why. It's a disaster for Ferrari. Safety car is out, and that's going to help us out.
That's a crash.
That's just one less car to worry about. No matter what happens with Gasly losing the track position, etc., and the time there, the fact that there's one less car in the fight. Oh, my God. That was a massive one for Leclerc. Gasly will take the lead of this race. Gasly will take the lead of this race, but Alonso's going to be behind him on soft tyres, so I'm going to let them race, but inevitably you think Alonso's going to overtake him for P1, but Gasly could be a great rear gunner on the hards. There goes Verstappen. Where's Alonso? Oh, wait, hang on. Gasly's through. Is Verstappen going to do this? Oh, Verstappen's actually done it. Verstappen's actually managed to stay ahead of us in the safety car pit stops. We've got ahead of Perez, but Verstappen's actually P2. Okay, so Gasly really does have to be a bit of a rear gunner. Going to back Verstappen up into Alonso, both of them on softs. So that'll be the battle, I think. Verstappen v Alonso for the win. Oh, Perez. Oh, okay. Perez is there as well. Should we have picked Gasly for softs? Should we have picked him? Who knows? I think track position's quite important around here, but will it be enough? Will it be enough? That's where the safety car is, I think. Sector 3, yeah. If I picked Gasly now, he's P4 with softs. I think we do that. I think we take that. Pit now. 89, 78, 89. Let's go for it. I'm pulling the trigger. This is a risk. We're giving up track position of P1. But I think we can get him out in P4. That's going to be quite good. There's a gap there. There's a gap we can get into. Right, Gasly. Oh, okay. Wait, did I misjudge this? No, there's a lot of lap cars. There's a lot of lap cars. Right, where is Russell? Russell's there. Right, we'd be down to P5. But that's it then, surely. That's it, because Ocon... Okay, we just get ahead of Ocon. Right, we're P2 and 5, but now Gasly is on 89% softs like the rest of us. Like, he's got the best soft tyres on this grid. Okay, we lost first place there, but I think in the long term, this will end up being a better choice, because he would have really been a bit of a sitting duck. Because there's only so much he could have done on hards versus 2 compound softer. He really needs to get out the damn way. Right, we've got a lot of fuel. Right, straight away. Full out, deploy, attack. Gasly, attack. Come on, let's do this, mate. Overtake mode, let's go. Gonna run on board with Alonso here, though. Let's see, this Haas needs to get out of the way ASAP. Alonso's good place. If you just stay on the right, mate, that's good. That's good for us. Come on. Yeah, cool, get out of the way. Oh, Perez gained a bit there because of that. Just got to stay ahead in P2. And then we can go from there. Right, go from there. And Gasly get some lap cars. Right, bit of a gap to Russell to gain. But let's do it. Let's close that up. Right, there's Alonso having a go at Verstappen. Let's calm this down. Let's calm this down, the pushing on the tyres, because we don't need to. Even the fuel, if we could get him in straight line just on ERS, that would be just ideal without even using too much fuel. Let's go for it. Balanced. Let's see. Got 100% on here. Gasly, let's go. Let's get Russell. I want to get Russell. Alonso, can you get the Red Bull gaining? Gasly's surely going to go move for the down the inside there. Alonso stays put, but Gasly surely can make that lunge. Get the elbow out. Get up into P4. Come on, Gasly. Let's do this thing. Attack. Push now on the exit. We're good. Right, ERS fully charged. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Tsunoda locks up. Is DRS active now on this lap? No, now it's active after, but will we need it? Will we need it? Can Alonso gaining? The camera shakes, but no move yet. No move yet. It's fine.
Shut on.
Gasly, meanwhile, is he... Oh, he's making a move on Perez. Oh, go on. Oh, Gasly. Come on. Oh, Pierre. Great move. I didn't even plan that. Right, Alonso with ERS. We've got to give it everything with him right now. We'll go overtake mode with Gasly as well, just to stick with him. And maybe both come at Verstappen and also crucially get away from Sergio Perez. Here, though, with DRS comes Fernando Alonso. Surely this is it. The move for the race lead. Down the inside, Alonso goes. And will Gasly attack as well? No, not quite. But Alonso gets through. Let's deploy. Let's push away and try and break the 1 second and allow Gasly to come in and pick up the pieces for P2 if we can. Right, attack mode, overtake mode for Gasly. Let's get this Red Bull car. We've broken the 1 second with Verstappen. Oh, no, just about actually Verstappen kept in with DRS. But that's fine. Can Gasly go for the move on the outside? Big lunge, mate. We need a big lunge here. Come on. Oh, not quite. Oh, on the exit, though. Go on. Round the outside. Do it. Oh, Gasly made a mistake. Oh, mistake by Gasly. Ran wide a bit. Still stays ahead of Perez. But that's a mistake. Uncharacteristic there. That was a bit odd. Haven't really seen him do that too many times. And now he's under pressure from Perez. Alonso, that means, is up to fight Verstappen alone, maybe, in this race. Gasly having to fight Perez now. Let's go overtake mode there. Alonso, I'll go harvest because he's going to overtake us in a straight line. May as well harvest into turn 1, and then we'll come back at him. This is going to be tight. This is going to be a tight. It's going to be Alonso versus Verstappen again for the race victory, just like it was in Miami. Right, overtake mode, aggression, high fuel. Let's get Verstappen back, and then I want to back him up into Gasly to try and give us 2 cars versus 1. Alonso on the inside. This is becoming an absolute classic. 2-time world champion versus 2-time world champion. Well, I guess in this alternate F1 universe, it's 1-time world champion because Leclerc won the first season, remember. Right, calm this down, get this back there. And then let's say wait, how do we do driver instructions? Here we go. Hold back the car behind. Let's hold him back. Let's hold him back. Let's protect these tyres. Save some fuel. Let's hold him back if we can. Right, just doing that. Just doing that. We swap and swap like this. That's fine by me. That is fine by me. The only problem is Verstappen's already now going for it every time now that we go down to conserve. Oh, Alonso gets the elbow out there that time. Alonso down the inside. Do we really want to be here, though, into the last sector? Let's conserve through here. I don't mind if Verstappen re-overtakes us here, to be honest. Let's save the fuel. Yeah, get back through, mate. Get back through. You can get back through. That's fine. That's fine. We don't want to overtake you here. We want to overtake you now as we come through the last corners. Verstappen goes defensive. Where's Alonso going to go? Around the outside this time? No, to the inside of the inside it is for Fernando Alonso. Harvest into turn 1. And is Verstappen going to get side by side with us? He might do. He might. Okay, here. Conserve here. Conserve here. Hold back the car behind. I've told him if he can. If he can. It's a big if. It's a big if. Tyre wear wise, Verstappen is coming down. And we are doing a good job of trying to defend as well as we can, and we have actually kept him behind this time. Right, defensive ERS. Is there any point really? He's going to get by us, but I'll give him a bit of a fight on the straight with defensive ERS. Go Harvest. He's going to get through probably. Let's see. There he is. Right, shoots through. That's fine for us. Gasly's there in the distance now. Oh, Verstappen's got 1 second on us. No, on that one lap, he got 1 second on us. Oh, no, we're out of DRS now. We're out of DRS. Verstappen broke DRS so quickly there. We did so well to hold him back, and then in 1 sec, he got that 1 second in one sector. That was ridiculous. Right, well, Gasly's there now. Looks like maybe we have to settle for 2-3. That's a bit frustrating. That's, he's got to be pushing hard. Maybe just that tyre wear, 39 to 53. Maybe that's just the difference there for us today. And now Gasly, I think, has got through or was trying to get through. And Gasly is through. Up into P2. Alonso fighting that. I mean, we've lost P1 now, so I'll just let them race, to be honest, because they've lost P1, so either one of them can get P2 or 3, but, I mean, for the sake of the race, though, for the sake of the race, do I let them fight? Gasly's going to come back through with DRS. I'm going to go overtake mode with Gasly. Alonso's going to be the one that harvests on this lap. And then next lap, I will swap that round if need be. But these guys are entering our DRS range, so we need to get one past. And then Alonso needs to try and stay ahead and then just stick with him in DRS. Oh, Alonso's struggling here. Alonso's struggling. Alonso's struggling. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we need to slow Gasly up. Gasly, ironically, needs to be slowed up. Gasly, slow down, mate. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down, brother. Give us the one. Give us DRS. We need DRS off you, mate. No! Gasly! Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Stay ahead. Stay ahead, Alonso. Stay ahead. You can do this. You can do this. Gasly's going too quick. Gasly's just... I'm slowing him down as much as I can. And he's still not getting Alonso into this DRS that we need. Oh, dear. Have we just got DRS? Overtake mode. Push on fuel. Oh, this is going to be fine. Please don't lose the podium like this with Alonso. We don't have DRS. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Defensive ERS. No. Alonso. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Fernando. No! Alonso's in P4. Gasly's now slowed up, ironically, at this portion of the bloody race. At the wrong time. Verstappen's going to take the win, I think. But what's it going to be with Gasly and Alonso? Gasly will stay ahead. Alonso with DRS deploying. But will it be enough? I don't know. Don't think so. Alonso's tyres have just fallen away a lot. 25%. Really, really rotten. Really, really rotten. Gasly's going to come through for P2. Alonso, after all of that, after fighting for the race win for so much of this race, down to P4. A little bit of mismanagement for me, potentially, of the micromanaging of the way we went through that. But the fact I'm disappointed with 2 and 4 means speaks volumes. What a race. Still a very, very fun race. We could have got... There was a point where we could have got P1, but in the end, Verstappen just had electric speed. 7 seconds he got over us in like 4 or 5 laps. That's ridiculous. Like, that actually maybe shows we never had a chance. But Gasly P2, Alonso P4. I'll take it.
Yeah, so what a day today.
Very good race.
Drive offline safely.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars. What a beautiful sight that is on the podium, and a true crowning achievement for everyone involved.
So, Alonso and Gasly move up one position in the Drivers' Championship because it was a very lonely day for the Ferrari boys. Sainz down in P12, Leclerc out. So, we're ahead of a Ferrari in the drivers. And constructors-wise, we're actually very close to Ferrari, and Red Bull have pulled away a bit here. We're already 5 points off. That is amazing. That is amazing. Another podium and 2 top 4 finishes. Very strong race at Spain. The next one is Monaco. Guys, if you have enjoyed this one, hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.